He might have went out to take a piss, because we know he ain't working on radios.
Ain't that right? Good Lord. Fella can't get off the radio to get some work done.
Oh yeah, he's back to the bench every minute. Never working though.
Alright, all clear. Come on, brother. Play
The only four-letter word he knows is bash.
Oh yeah, you're right about that. He likes to do the bashing. I think he lives in a glass house though, because everything he says kind of lines up with the way he acts.
Yep, absolutely. And I'm sorry about that U-joint. I didn't mean to blow up your radio over there. I didn't. I was just running this thing over here on the loaf mode. But you're right there, D-RaiL. That's mighty sad. And hello, U-joint, Motor Mouth Maul cruising.
Yeah, stand by just for 1 second. Did I not warn you? Soft drop, did you not get a warning? Yeah, he's not out there right now. He must have went to scam somebody else online or make a new video.
Yeah, for him not being out there, terrible thing. Well, I was just going to see what was really happening out there in his little world, and see if we could help him out a little bit there with his radio sales and his technical expertise. And you said you got me attenuated all the way down, and I'm sitting there at 60 dB on your radio. Holy smokes, that's a lot of dBs. Hello out there, U-joint. Hello, D-RaiL. And I don't know where soft drop went.
Yeah, soft drop might be back to the bench. I'm not sure because I cannot hear him underneath that hammer. I thought 10,000 watts was all he needed to talk off of the west side. That 10,000 watt Ghost Rider amplifier. Where'd you go, soft drive? D-RaiL looking for you.
You're not going to hear him. You're not going to hear him. He can put that 3,000, 10,000 watt peak Ghost Rider amplifier up in there, but you ain't going to hear him. Not underneath this big old hammer. I guarantee to that. I guarantee tell you. Hello to you one more time, D-RaiL. Yeah, I just figured we'd get out here and you set a couple things straight. One thing primarily, right off the top of my head, is the fact that a lot of people out there seem to think that that guy out there in the desert, soft drop, is Motor Mouth Maul. And there are people out there making statements as if he were me. And I have not heard him yet directly in my radio mocking me, but I can tell by the responses, and I see people's reactions, and I can read. And I want to set the record straight, D-RaiL. I want to set the record straight real fast and let everybody out there know that I don't get out here and make it a habit of tying up Channel 19. As a matter of fact, I never come out here and tie up 19. But I'm deliberately here on 19, and that's for two reasons. One, to make people understand that there's a difference between Motor Mouth Maul, the real Motor Mouth Maul, me, out here on the central coast of California, versus that little wannabe mud duck toad under a rock in the desert. A big difference, no doubt about that. So that's the primary reason. Secondary is to expose his lies. He gets out there and oh man, I'll tell you what, he's been bashing me out there now for about a week or so I've heard. I have not heard it directly from him because he hadn't got the radio to get up in here and get in my radio to bash me or tie my radio up. But I see what he's been doing out there. And this is just to set the record straight, let everybody know I don't come out here and tie up the doggone band, but I am doing it right now. I am deliberately here on Channel 19, 27185, to show the difference between that toad under a rock in the desert versus Motor Mouth Maul. I'm also keying down long enough for people to get an idea of what's going on out there. You know, you can take a look at your SDR receivers. You can take a look at my SDR receiver on the video gate that I'm rolling right now. And you can kind of sort of make your decisions for yourself as to what's going on out there in the world of sound. But anyway, hey, D-RaiL, I appreciate you rolling up in here and tying my radio up, I'll tell you what. And you joint, you too. Man, you got a hammer coming out here. Good to hear you out there, joint. Good to hear you out there, D-RaiL. Motor Mouth Maul dropping a hammer on that mud runner toad in the desert I got down.
Yeah, I heard his ducktail key up one time. I heard soft drive key to microphone one time, but he was underneath that hammer. That's where he was at, and that's where he's going to stay at. He had his warning. He had his opportunity to keep his mouth tight, but he kept running that mouth. So now he's going to have to listen to this hammer, and he's going to be exposed as phony. Hey, Motor Mouth Maul, D-RaiL exposing the mud duck in the desert. Let's go.
Yeah, 10-4. Well, he thinks he's safe on 19. He bashes you. He bashes me. He talks about our splatter boxes. Hey, D-RaiL, he talks about our splatter boxes. Well, I'll tell you what, this ain't no splatter box. And I guarantee tell you, you got some audio. You and I both, I believe. I believe. Now, see, you know, here's the thing. Here we talk about beliefs. Beliefs are funny, you know. Look at all the various different religions and all that kind of stuff. But I believe that people will gravitate toward what they want. I don't believe that people need to be force-fed what they want to be, you know, what they want to have. I don't think they want to be force-fed what's right and what's wrong. I believe there's a degree of artistic license when it comes to CB radio and audio. If this guy wants to take all this stuff to this textbook perfect, wants to sound like a box stock radio, well then everybody out there ought to just buy box stock radios. D-RaiL, Motor Mouth Maul cruising. You said you heard his feathers ruffling in the background. That's about all they're going to do is ruffle. Motor Mouth Maul cruising breakup.
You see, that's why they call him soft drive. Hey, Motor Mouth Maul, that's why you call him soft drive, because his audio is soft and he stays off in the background. That's where he stays. You know, he stays underneath them hammers. He hides up here on channel 19 where it's safe, where he can pick on all the truck drivers out there with barefoot radios tying up the channel and traffic information. Hey, Motor Mouth Maul, the scammer hard driving his camper in the desert with them box stock radios. Sound like a stock Cobra 29. Charges $800 for them things, and people have to wait 2 or 3 years for that stock sounding radio. Triple M, let's go.
I've been told my stuff is fake. He told me that my stuff is I don't really care what he tells me, but the problem is he tells everybody else out there that my stuff is snake oil. Well, I'm just here to say let the proof be in the pudding. Let the radio speak for itself. Let him key down, let me key down. Wait a second, I better not make that challenge because doggone, he's running 10,000 watts out of a doggone 3CX 3000 that he claims he doesn't have and doesn't run. He's out there running a omnidirectional 5/8 wave ground plane and a 3CX 3000, drumming up business by bashing you and bashing me. I better not take D-RaiL, but Motor Mouth Maul,
Miserable.
Oh yeah, he sits there and tells everybody not to back talk him. He'll hang up on you, he'll block you. He tells them not to ask questions, not to ask how much. Just give them the credit card and shut your mouth. That's what he tells them. That's pretty much what he tells them. You know, he kind of belittles them, just like he belittles people on the radio all day. You know, he says that he wants to be the change in the world right there and it starts with himself. But man, he calls people screwballs and window lickers and then ties up the channel all day long, and the drivers can't get no traffic info, they can't get through construction, and they can't clean up from a hurricane. Hey, Motor Mouth Maul, it takes a real dirtbag to come up here with 10,000 watts and tie it up for months at a time. Hard drive in the desert, the scammer, I'm reading them out.
Doing that right now. We're out here making a point because bad publicity ain't gonna fly, no doubt about that. He gets out there day after day after day. People out there think that
I'm glad you got the customer base you got.
Skip on 19 with a Stanley Bowl and occasionally go to 28. Sometimes I'll switch through the dial, but I always bypass 19. I don't sit there and tie up 19. Where does he hang out? Where does he do his quote-unquote business? His business, like you say, his business, oh my God, I feel sorry for his customers. You know, the poor unknowing customer, they get up in there.
I bet he catches the safety birds he gets are willing to straw. Yeah, we get the screwballs up there.
Tune that, align this, align that. Ultimately, end up with the stock radio. Really nice stock radio for, like you say, $800.
Brags about it, splatter and drinking
Everybody has a CB shop. They're not going to a CB shop to try to get a stock radio. They got a stock radio when they bought the radio from Copper Electronics or HO, wherever they bought it from. They bought a stock radio already. They got one already. Why spend $800 to get a stocker radio? My goodness, when people go to a shop, they want their radio to perform. And most truck, he says, truck drivers don't want that. Truck drivers don't want that.
Go to the screwdriver jack. He's out there.
Truck drivers out there want power. A whole lot of truck drivers out there want their radios to be loud and bodacious. A whole lot of truck drivers are real people. And real people deserve to be treated like people. Ain't no doubt about that. Hey, D-RaiL, you're right. He's a scam. He's a scam, and I feel real sorry for all the people out there who fall. All the people who fall for his
everybody seems to think there's some wreck here. I'm using it's a fine-tuned radio.
You're following blindly, and you're following doggone ignorantly, and you think you're making your decisions based on all of the information you're hearing from him. Really, I'm sorry. No doubt about that. You guys need to kind of ask around, look around, kind of feel the waters out a little bit before you make such a decision. Otherwise, in my opinion, you know what they say about opinions, but in my opinion, you're throwing good money after bad. Hey, D-RaiL, Motor Mouth Maul, got down, break up.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And you know, he's always back to the bench. You know, what I don't understand is how can you go back to the bench when you only have 200 square foot in your whole camper? Hey, Motor Mouth Maul, where does he go back to the bench? He's sitting at the bench right now. He ain't got but 200 square foot. Where's he going to? The closet? Motor Mouth Maul, D-RaiL, be a nosy there, break.
Faraday cater.
No, I don't want to talk about his closet. I guarantee you, and I certainly don't want to know what's going on around his doggone workbench. I don't know what he's working on. I don't even know how he gets any work done. Well, you know what? He probably really doesn't have that many customers. I think he's got a lot of people that to him and make him feel good. And I think he's got a few people out there that don't even really exist. I think there are other clone accounts that are giving him some attaboys and pats on the back. Ain't no doubt about that. So I don't know how many real customers he actually has. I just feel sorry for those who might have. But yeah, how he has any time to work on radios as busy as he is and talking on the radio as often as he does, always getting back to the workbench? I don't know. Anyway, terrible thing. Hey, D-RaiL, Motor Mouth Maul, your West Coast beast, this great big old splatterbox. I'm going to be the one to call this station a great big old splatterbox. Hey, D-RaiL, great big old splatterbox got down, breaker.
Hey, Motor Mouth Maul, you're splattering all over the top of that soft drive radio. You're taking him clean out. He stays off in the background. That's why he hides up here on Channel 19. He can't talk with the big boys. He can't talk on the Super Bowl. He can't even talk on Channel 28. He's got to go up here and pick on truck drivers. But you're right, man. He's definitely got a false persona going on. He bought his YouTube following. He pretends he's so far behind, but he don't ever work. Hey, Triple M, he pretends he's got hundreds and hundreds of orders. He probably got 10 orders waiting on him that'll be waiting for 3 years because the man don't work. Hey, Motor Mouth Maul, he's a scammer, that's for sure, and his camper on wheels. Hey, Motor Mouth Maul, let me tell you something. I was always told to stay away from a CB shop on wheels. What do you think?
I couldn't agree more. I'll tell you what, absolutely stay away from a CB shop on wheels. By the way, D-RaiL, I want you to hear what you're doing over here. Check this out.
You're splattering all over the top of that soft drive radio. You're taking him clean out. He stays off in the background. That's why he customers. But you're right, man. He's definitely got a false persona going on. He bought his YouTube following. He pretends he's so far behind, but he don't ever work. Hey, Triple M, he pretends he's got hundreds and hundreds of orders. He probably got 10 orders waiting on him that'll be waiting for 3 years because the man don't work. Hey, Motor Mouth Maul, he's a scammer, that's for sure, and his camper on wheels. Hey, Motor Mouth Maul, let me tell you something. I was always told to stay away from the CB5 on wheels. What do you think?
Primarily that one. Primarily that one, ain't no doubt about that. Hey, D-RaiL, you got that mall down. Hey, by the way, D-RaiL, you know, there are a whole lot of people out there listening to what's going on out here, and some of them are going to hear my side, some of them are going to hear your side. They may not all hear both sides. So I got a gate rolling over here. It's got your audio on it. It's got my audio on it. It's got my audio playing your audio back out there from this great big old splatter box right here, right now. Now, I invite anybody out there to make a gate. I want to invite somebody to make a gate. And I want to invite somebody to come out there with an SDR receiver, make a gate, and put your bandwidth at 5.5 kilohertz, or better yet, if you want to be textbook perfect, put it at 5 kilohertz and show that I'm splattering about 1 kilohertz total, meaning 500 hertz on either side, too wide. Take a look at that sharp, steep drop-off. Look at that shoulder on your SDR radio. Look at the dB down point between the carrier and where it starts fanning out. That dB down point, whatever that is, that's how many dB down I am before I start spreading out. So you take a look at that. Make a gate. I want you to make sure. Hey, well, we got a phone call. Hold on. I'm dying to see what this phone call is all about. Y'all got Go ahead. You're on the air, break.
Showing up around the desert, man.
You're on the air.
White cats are out there on those highways and byways. Safety first.
Hell, somebody out there doesn't want to talk. All right, well, be that way. Be that way as it may. Motor Mouth Maul, stepping. Look at that, they hung up. I wouldn't be surprised if that was him. Anyway, maybe I can put him in the something call.
You know, kind of 50,000 watts trying to point them at each other without omnidirectional.
Yeah, you know, see, he was actually even coming in there more signal than you at a moment of that. See, you hold the hammer down for about 3 minutes, he keys about 100 times, and he started to mix in there a little bit there at Triple M. But you want to know something funny? See, he actually had a little bit more signal there just for a second, but guess whose audio was still on top? Hey, Triple M, you still come out on top from underneath a Triple M. Hard drive ain't got nothing on you, I'm reading them out.
Priority is what that stuff is. Must be hacking on something.
Again, my radio unkeyed. I'm sorry about that. My 3-minute timer went out.
It's a porta potty.
Oh yeah, you got to hammer down. Hey, Motor Mouth Maul, it's all about you, and we're exposing the mud duck. We're exposing the scammer for what he is. Hey, Triple M, let me tell you something. That mud duck has been in Florida. He's been in 2 or 3 different parts of Texas. He's been in North Carolina. He's been in Ohio. He's been in like 3 or 4 different spots in the desert, and he's got a CB shop on wheels. What does that tell you, Motor Mouth Maul? That mud duck in the desert is hiding from somebody. Hey, he's probably hiding from them 2 or 3 years worth of people waiting on radios from him. Motor Mouth Maul, D-RaiL telling it like it is. Let's go.
Yeah, where they're doing All right. You got to speak now or forever hold your peace.
Can you hear me now?
I hear you. Go ahead. You're on the air, but you got to make it quick. I got about a 3-minute timer over here, and we're about 30 seconds in.
Give you 4 fingers and a thumb.
Well, I appreciate that. You got anything to say about that great CB shop over there in New Mexico?
They're all wanting to ship in his radio to get him.
Call, take care of 73 and have a good day. Motor Mouth Maul, stepping, they got down.
He's got 20 years before he gets into that principle.
Yes, see, that scammer in the desert, he had an opportunity. Hey, Motor Mouth Maul, he had an opportunity. I gave him 6 years of opportunity to keep my name out his mouth. I told him to keep his lips tight when I talked to him the other night, and he's out here still running that mouth, and I'm still getting screenshots and text messages from all that misinformed information he be putting out there. Hey, Triple M, that mud duck in the desert is a scammer that ties up Channel 19 all day long. He's a dirtbag. Hey, Motor Mouth Maul, when he should be working on them 2 or 3 years worth of customers, instead he's out here tying up the trucker channel and blocking their communications from being able to get traffic information, from being able to get any kind of information. Hey, Motor Mouth Maul, the mud duck in the desert needs to take his advertisements elsewhere. Let's go.
10-4 sounds good. Letters, magazines, advertisements for things that didn't really work. Maybe that's where you got to post ads. Hey, D-RaiL. You know, not only they spend it, his customers wait 3 years to make them think that they're spending $800 for something that they ain't worth nothing. He tells them they got to sign a disclosure that they ain't going to open the radios up and look inside and see what was done or share anybody, share with anybody what might have been done if any work was done. He makes them sign a doggone disclosure. Can you believe that? Hey, D-RaiL, check this out, by the way.
You see, that scammer in the desert, he had an opportunity. Hey, Motor Mouth Maul, he had an opportunity. I gave him 6 years of opportunity to keep my name out his mouth. I told him to keep his lips tight when I talked to him the other night, and he's out here still running that mouth, and I'm still getting screenshots and text messages from all that misinformed information he be putting out there. Hey, Triple M, that mud duck in the desert is a scammer that ties up Channel 19 all day long. He's a dirtbag. Hey, Motor Mouth Maul, when he should be working on them 2 or 3 years worth of customers, instead he's out here tying up the trucker channel and blocking their communications from being able to get traffic information, from being able to get any kind of information. Hey, Motor Mouth Maul, the mud duck in the desert needs to take his advertisements elsewhere.
Absolutely.
Yeah, your ass blatterbox. Yeah, look at that sucker. I mean, 50,000 watts flattering into your channel. Poor little guys on the CD radio. I gave little D-RaiL the opportunity to clean up his act, but look what he did. Poor little D-RaiL. What's up there, D-RaiL? You feeling the pain? Nobody wants your work. They all want fine-tuned radios. They're sick and tired of that hocus pocus. D-RaiL
says hello and how you doing out there. I hope everything's all well.
window lickers.
1, 2, 3. Motor Mouth Maul, you West Coast Beast. You said tell D-RaiL to keep his good name out of his mouth. Hey, D-RaiL, Danny, 1, 2, 3, you said keep your good name out of his mouth, right?
Yeah, man, ain't no doubt. Yeah, he's a scammer. He's out here trying to, put on this false persona and making all these people on Channel 19 think he's got something, think he's doing something special. You know, he tells everybody out here, mud duck in the desert, barefoot. He tells all them people he's barefoot. He said it for months and months while he was working that base station. Hey, Triple M, for everybody to know, that mud duck in the desert, fine-tuned CD shop, hard drive, 163. Now he sounds like 153 when he says 163, because his S's are jacked up. So it sounds kind of like 153 instead of 163. But he's running a 3CX 3000, a 10,000 watt amplifier, and telling all his customers that he's barefoot. Hey, Motor Mouth Maul, that's a scumbag. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly right. People understand that there are people out there running amplifiers and so on and so forth, and it's sort of to be expected. And, even CD shops, they all run something. And for him to get out there and boast that he's not, when I know doggone good and well he is, you look at his signal, look at the other signals, look at what's happening, look at the comparisons, even the fact that he's on a little 360-degree vertical shockwave antenna 5 feet off his camper. I tell you what, it's obvious he's running power, and he tells the poor unsuspecting customers out there that he ain't running power. He's all that because he's quote-unquote clean and mean. Well, I want to see what his clean and mean station does out there in real life. Ain't no doubt about see, he's out here on 19, or he gets on 38 lower sideband. He bashes me. He bashes other Channel 6 operators, but he won't get out there and publicly bash them because, see, what he doesn't know, well, he doesn't know enough about me either. He just knows that right now he's been lucky. But I ain't going to talk about anything like that. I'm just simply going to say that he doesn't bash a lot of those operators because a lot of those operators may not hold back as much as I hold back. They may not hold back as much as you hold back. Hey, we got another phone call. I'm dying to see what this is, who this is. We're going to take a phone call. Let me quickly unkey and key back up to reset the radio. Hang on. All right, we'll take a call. Who's it? No, we won't take a call. They hung up. Hey, D-RaiL, they hung up. Terrible thing. All right, well, that's the way that goes. I tried. But yeah, it's amazing how all that works. Hey, I can't take a call over the air this way, but I got to take a call. I'll be right back. Hang on.
Even Motor Mouth Maul, he's kind of a schemer and a scammer and a con artist. If you look at that waterfall, it's not even doing what it's doing. It's attenuated not to show the splatter that they're performing. They're just con artists out there is all they are.
I could finally hear him when you wasn't on the mall. The sad thing is it's on his conditions right now, but this is what a hammer looks like from both sides. Hey, Motor Mouth Maul, you're keying on the mud ducks conditions. I'm reading them now.
To a point, tried to clean it up on the syllabacy. But anyways, look at that waterfall. Look how messed up is, how it's attenuated. It's all hocus pocus. Nothing but hocus pocus from the screwballs from that CB Radio Hall of Shame crowd. Look at that splatter. It's ridiculous. Listen to it.
Yeah, but
I know it's ridiculous.
now that, how does he manage to?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. They'll try to talk.
Yeah, you was keying on him too, Snake Doctor, just so you know. Hey, Snake Doctor, you was keying on him too, just so you know there, Breaker.
Yeah, when you expose the screwballs from that CB Radio Hall of Shame, they'll come up with all kinds of stuff. Yeah, 50,000 watts and attenuators, false information right there on the water pipe. There's some of those screwballs out there, just schemers and scammers. They can't do radio work, so that's what they do.
Yo, soft drive running 10,000 watts on channel 19. Old soft drive running 10,000 watts on channel 19. What a mess.
10,000. Well, where'd you come up with 10,000 watts there? You got your 50,000 watts. You can't get out across the street without a 50,000 watts and a beam antenna.
Yeah, 3CX3000, that Ghost Rider you asked Motor Mouth Maul how to tune. The 3CX3000 Ghost Rider that you asked Motor Mouth Maul how to tune, because you never ran a tube amplifier before. You only knew how to work solid state boxes, because they only take a switch. I guess that's why you knew how to work those, because all you got to do is flip a switch.
Each other. Nobody else really hears you. You're just talking to each other. You both got whatever amplifiers you're using, beam antennas. Trying to play hocus pocus. Let me see what you can do with a beer boat right here.
Hey, D-RaiL, I hate to step on the mud runner, but we got a call. I believe we got a phone call. Hello, you're on the air.
This is D-RaiL.
Hi, I'm on the air. This is
How much you did are you?
Hey, 123 Chi-Town. What's going on there, Big?
Little mud duck scammer over there in Carnesville, Georgia. How many hallelujahs you had to do to screwing people out of radios of what you're talking about with this splattering?
Absolutely.
I'm sure you probably feel real hard because everybody around you wants a fine-tuned radio. They learn what kind of schemer and scammer that you are. Hey, D-RaiL, how much do you got into equity? Is it going to be another 20 years now before you start paying?
Hey, Motor Mouth Maul, tell 123 we appreciate him coming out and listening to the show. Hey, 123, tell 123 we appreciate him coming out and listening to the show. This is the Expose the Mud Duck in the Desert Day. Hey, Motor Mouth Maul, it's Expose the Mud Duck in the Desert Day. Hey, Motor Mouth Maul, let's go.
Around you, so you got a beam pointed over here or wherever. Only a couple people hear you, but the whole thing is everybody's hearing the truth. Everybody around you, the whole country, they hear this little omnidirectional sticking up. But anyways, you're using 50,000 watts in a beam antenna to try to talk from coast to coast, beam antenna to beam antenna. What kind of screwballs do that on channel 19 with a beam antenna? Exposed again, the CD.
It's a shame.
All the same screwballs.
You've got the stick down, going to D-RaiL and D-RaiL. We're positioning. I can hear all three of the conversations, so it's really cool.
10-4, awesome. Well, I'm glad you got out of the gate. I'm glad you can hear D-RaiL. I'm glad you can hear me, my big old splatter box. Both of our splatter boxes. I'll tell you what, unfortunately you don't have an SDR over there, do you? You don't have an SDR.
No, I don't. I don't have one. I'm actually doing this gate out of my mobile with two antennas.
Wow, awesome. Okay, well, anyway, if you had an SDR, I'd ask you to take a look around and listen up and down the band. I got the entire band looking on my SDR from down below 27.1 all the way up to, well up into the 27.580, something like that. So anyway, I'm looking at everything, and it ain't nothing on my radio to break.
Well, what you can do is say, just keep the radio and say, calling all cars, calling all base stations, whoever has an SDR, take and do a live stream or a recorded version of what is going on your spectrum purity and on your receive on all three of our stations and post it up.
Well, there you go. That's exactly what you did for me. I appreciate that.
So there you go. You got that one. I'm going to let you get back to what you have going on. I just wanted to say, hey, man, welcome to the weekend.
All right. Sounds good. I had the radio, or you know what? Give me a little bit more audio while I got you on the phone. I got to turn the audio up on the phone patch a little bit more. Let me just see where we are here. I got the console potted all the way up, and I see the audio on the phone patch to be a tad bit louder. So let me open this little cover door over here and see if I can roll your audio up a little bit louder. All right, caller out. Go ahead and give me some audio there, Break.
Okay, audio 1, 2, 3 out of Chicago. Running some errands out in the Mobile. They get audio right there, Breaker. My name called in this here Hall of Fame station. He'll build most up, Mobile get up,
You've been a big help.
Man, I'll tell you what, even just dialing a phone patch.
That's right, just another day here today. So while you're out there on those highways and byways, safety first, and watch out for the screwballs from the D-RaiL station.
Forget there, I appreciate that. The 1, 2, 3, Chicago, Motor Mouth Maul cruising, and I appreciate you chiming in out here in the world of sound. Motor Mouth Maul, this big old splatter box in Santa Maria. Not to be confused with that mud duck.
The funny thing is, not only you have a splatter box, you have antennas that don't make any gain. Boy, I'm telling you, when people try to tie your shoestrings together, I think they're trying to simulate a hog tie.
Absolutely, I think you're right there, Brady.
All right, John, take care. I'm going to let you slide, man. Go on and get back to what you're doing and take those hockey sticks and strip them up. Tie their shoestrings together. You guys are doing a great job.
Nice, sounds good there, Danny. Take care, have a great day, and be safe out there around Chi-Town. Danny, 1, 2, 3, Chicago, Motor Mouth Maul, your West Coast Peace. Dab down, breaker.
Moten, Motor Mouth Maul, 1, 2, 3, Chicago. I'm 10-7.
Bye.
All right, John, thanks. I'll catch up to you.
10-4.
Boy, that was a long key down, and you owned every bit of it. Hey, Triple M, that was a long key, and you owned every bit of it. Hey, Triple M, you doing your thing? Exposing the mud duck out of the desert. I'm reading them out.
Yeah, well, we do our best. Hey, we do our best over here from time to time. I got another phone call coming on the other line. Let me grab that one real fast. I'll be right back.
The time, the screwballs and the splatter boxes.